relationship with human beings is the highest importance, obviously. Because out of that relationship we create the society in which we live. Out of that relationship all our existence comes.
This would take us back again to the earlier statement, I am the world and the world is me.
That's right.
That is a statement about relationship.
Yes,
it's a statement about many other things too, but that is a statement about relationship. The statement, the description is not the described, is the statement of the rupture of the relationship.
That's right.
In terms of everyday activity.
So, everyday activity is my life, is our
everything.
life.
Yes, precisely.
Whether I go to the office, factory, or drive a bus, or whatever it is life, living.
But it is interesting, isn't it, that even when that rupture is undergone at a very destructive level, what we've called thought in the context of our description of it and image becomes itself even distorted.
Of course, of course.
So that the distortion that we've been calling knowledge in terms of its application, not what you described as I need to know how to get from here to there.
Yeah.
No, of course. Can itself suffer an even worse condition than we are presently related to. And we have tomes upon tomes about that pathology in itself, don't we?
Correct.
Yes, yes. Please do go on.
So, knowledge and freedom, they must both exist together. Not freedom and knowledge. It's the harmony between the two. The two operating all the time in relationship.
The knowledge and
freedom.
The freedom in harmony.
In harmony, it's like they can never be divorced. If I want to live with you in great harmony, which is love,
yes,
which when we will discuss that later on, there must be this absolute sense of freedom from you, not dependency and so on, so on, so on. This absolute sense of freedom and operating at the same time in the field of knowledge.
Exactly. So somehow this knowledge, if I may use a theological word here without prejudicing what we're talking about, if in correct relationship with this freedom is somehow continuously redeemed, it is somehow operating no longer destructively but in coordination with the freedom in which I may live, because we haven't got to that freedom yet. We've just posited the freedom.
That's why we have somewhat analyzed or discussed or opened the question of knowledge.
Yes.
And we haven't gone into the question of freedom, what it means.
No, but we have established something, I think, that this conversation so far has revealed, which is terribly important, at least I'd say for my students, in terms of helping them not to misunderstand what you're saying. I have the feeling that many persons, because they're not sufficiently attentive to what you say, simply dismiss many statements you say out of hand as
impossible,
as either impossible or if they like the aesthetics of it, it still doesn't apply to them. It's a lovely thing out there. Now, wouldn't it be great if somehow we could do this?
Yes, quite.
But you see, you haven't said that. You haven't said what they think you've said. You've said something about knowledge with respect to pathology, and you've said something about knowledge in which knowledge itself is no longer destructive.
No.
So we're not saying that knowledge as such is the bad guy and something else is the good guy. No. I think it's terribly important that that's seen.
Yes, sir.
And
that's what
I wouldn't mind it being repeated over and over again.
Quite.
Because I do heartily feel that
you see, sir,
it's easy to misunderstand.
That's very important, because religion, at least the meaning of that word, is to gather together to be attentive. That is the true meaning of that word, religion. I've looked up
Oh, yes, I agree.
Gathering together all energy to be attentive. Yeah,
yes.
To be attentive. Otherwise, it's not religion. Religion is just all the thing. So, and we'll discuss that when you come to it. So, freedom means this sense of complete austerity and sense of total negation of the observer.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Out of that comes austerity, everything else. We'll go into that later on.
But austerity in itself doesn't produce it.
And now,
so we turn that upside down. Right. Yes,
austere means, really, the word itself means ash.
Yes.
Dry, brittle. But the austerity of which we're talking about is something entirely different. It is, it is the freedom that brings about this austerity inwardly.
There's a beautiful biblical phrase that points to this. Just 3 words: beauty for ashes. When a transformation takes place. And in English we have the phrase ashes in the mouth.
Ashes.
When the whole thing has come to the utter
ashes in the mouth.
But there's the change from ashes to beauty.
No. So, freedom in action in the field of knowledge. And in the field of human relationship. Because that is the highest importance, human relationship.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes, particularly if I am the world and the world is me.
Obviously.
Yes.
So, what place has knowledge in human relationship? Knowledge in the sense, past experience, tradition, image.
Yes.
What has the observer, who is the observer, all that is the observer, what place has the observer in human relationship?
Mm-hmm. What place has knowledge, on the one hand? What place has the observer?
And observer is the knowledge.
Is the knowledge. But there's the possibility of seeing knowledge, not simply negatively, but in coordination, in true creative relationship.
I put it,
right.
I've said that.
Exactly.
That is, I am related to you. Let's, to make it very simple. I'm related to you. You're my brother, or whatever it is, husband, wife, whatever it is. And what place has knowledge as the observer, which is the past, and knowledge is the past, what place has that